Have you ever wondered how to grow your wealth? It's a question that's likely crossed your mind. After all, who doesn't want to secure a comfortable future for themselves and their loved ones? The world of finance can often seem convoluted, even intimidating, but it doesn't have to be. With a bit of understanding and a smidge of diligence, you can navigate through it with ease. It's like learning a new language, only this one can help you amass wealth. Speaking of wealth, what if we told you that your money could work for you even as you sleep? Intriguing, isn't it? This is where the concept of investing comes into play. It's a tool, a powerful one at that, which can help you grow your wealth over time. It's not just for those born with silver spoons or business magnates, but for everyone. Yes, you heard that right, everyone. Investing is like planting a seed and nurturing it over time. You start small, but with patience and care, it grows into a sturdy tree bearing fruits that can sustain you for years. It's not an overnight process, and it certainly isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It requires time, patience, and a little bit of courage. In this video, we'll take you through a step-by-step guide to investing, making it as simple and as relatable as possible. We'll start from the basics, explaining how you can start from scratch. We'll delve into the magic of compound interest and how it can be your ally in wealth creation. We'll also discuss how to eliminate debts, because let's face it, it's hard to grow wealth with the weight of debt on your shoulders. And of course, we'll share some real-life success stories to show you that if they can do it, so can you. So whether you're a college student, a young professional, a homemaker, or someone nearing retirement, this guide is for you. It's never too early or too late to start investing, so let's buckle up for a journey to financial freedom. So, you're a beginner with zero knowledge about investing. Where do you start? Well, let's dive right in and demystify the world of financial investments. Investing at its core is about using your money to make more money. It's a way to grow your wealth over time. But before you get started, it's important to have a clear financial goal. Are you saving for a house, retirement, your child's education? Having a clear goal will guide your investment decisions and keep you focused. Now let's talk about the different types of investments. First, there are stocks. When you buy stocks, you're buying a piece of a company. If that company does well, so do you. If it doesn't, well, your investment could decrease in value. Next, there are bonds. When you buy a bond, you're essentially lending money to a company or government. In return, they promise to pay you back with interest over a certain period of time. Bonds are generally considered safer than stocks, but they also usually offer lower returns. Then, there are mutual funds. A mutual fund pools money from many investors to invest in a diverse portfolio of stocks, bonds, and other assets. This can be a great way to diversify your investments and reduce risk. There are also other types of investments like real estate, commodities, and more. Each comes with its own set of risks and rewards. It's important to do your research and understand what you're investing in. Remember, investing isn't about getting rich quick. It's about growing your wealth over time. And while it can seem complex at first, don't let that deter you. There are plenty of resources available to help you learn and grow as an investor. Remember, the first step is always the hardest, but once you get started, the journey becomes smoother. So take that first step, start investing, and start building your wealth. Scene script. Have you heard of the term compound interest? It's the secret sauce in the recipe of wealth creation. Let's demystify this term. Compound interest is the interest you earn on both your original money and on the interest you continuously accumulate. It's interest on interest, making your money grow at an accelerating rate over time. Imagine this scenario. If you place $100 in a savings account with an annual interest rate of 5%, at the end of the first year, you'd have $105. That's your initial $100 plus $5 in interest. Now, in the second year, you're not just earning interest on the initial $100. No, you're earning interest on the full $105. That's the beauty of compound interest. Now, you might be thinking, well, that's just a few dollars more. But the magic of compound interest isn't in the short term, it's in the long run. Over a period of 20, 30, or 40 years, those few dollars can multiply into thousands or even millions. Let's take it up a notch. If you were to invest $100 every month at an interest rate of 5% compounded annually, in 40 years you would have contributed $48,000. But due to compound interest, your investment would have grown to nearly $150,000. That's 3 times the money you put in. The key takeaway here is that the earlier you start investing, the more time your money has to compound and grow. It's like planting a tree. The sooner you plant it, the more time it has to grow, bearing fruits year after year. Compound interest is the same. It's a small seed you plant today that grows into a large money tree over time. So, in essence, compound interest is not just about growing your wealth, but exponentially growing it. It's about making your money work for you instead of you working for your money. As you can see, compound interest is indeed a magic trick that can multiply your wealth over time. Before you start investing, there's a roadblock: you need to clear your debts. Now you might be thinking, why should I worry about my debts when I'm trying to grow wealth? Well, here's the catch. Debts, especially high-interest ones, can gnaw at your potential earnings like a persistent termite. It's like trying to fill a bucket with a hole at the bottom. The faster you pour in, the faster it leaks out. So how do you go about eliminating these debts? First off, you need to understand your debts. Know what you owe and to whom. It's easy to lose track, especially when you have multiple loans or credit cards. Make a list, jot down the amounts, interest rates, and due dates. Once you have a clear picture, start with what we call the avalanche method. This means paying off the debts with the highest interest rates first. It's like tackling the biggest, baddest monster in the room. It might seem daunting, but once you slay this beast, the others won't seem so terrifying. Now, if the thought of the biggest debt makes you shudder, there's another approach, the snowball method. Start with the smallest debt. Pay it off. It's a quick win, a confidence booster. Then, move to the next smallest and so on. Before you know it, you'll be standing on a mountain of defeated debts. Remember, while you're doing this, avoid accumulating more debt. Sounds obvious, right? But it's easy to fall into the trap of just one more purchase. Be disciplined. Live within your means. Also, consider consolidating your debts. This means combining multiple debts into a single one, which often has a lower interest rate. It's like turning a swarm of bees into a single, more manageable bee. Finally, negotiate with your creditors. Yes, you heard right. Some are willing to lower your interest rates or waive off late fees. It never hurts to ask. Remember, a debt-free life is the foundation of a successful investment journey. So, roll up your sleeves and start clearing that roadblock. It's time to pave your way to wealth. Now you might be wondering, can ordinary people really become successful investors? The answer is a resounding yes. Let's explore some real-life success stories. Meet Jane, a school teacher from Ohio. A decade ago, Jane was living paycheck to paycheck with zero savings. Then she stumbled upon the concept of investing. She started small, putting aside just 10% of her income every month. She learned to cut down on unnecessary expenses, and slowly but surely, she built her investment portfolio. Fast forward to today, Jane's investments have not only provided her a safety net, but they've also grown exponentially, securing her retirement. Then there's David, a mechanic from Texas. He was neck-deep in debt, but he was determined to turn his finances around. David started by tackling his high-interest debts. He then moved on to low-interest debts. With his debts under control, he began to save and invest. Despite having a modest income, David's consistent investing and disciplined savings have led to an investment portfolio that many would envy. And who can forget Lisa, a single mother from California? She was struggling to make ends meet when she discovered the magic of compound interest. Lisa started investing with just a small amount, but she was consistent, and over time her investments started to multiply. Today, Lisa is financially secure and has even started a college fund for her child. These are just a few examples of ordinary people who have become successful investors. They didn't have a financial background, they didn't have a lot of money to start with, but they had determination, discipline, and the willingness to learn. They faced challenges, yes, they made mistakes, absolutely, but they didn't give up. They kept learning, kept investing, and kept growing their wealth. As these stories show, success in investing is not a privilege reserved for the elite. Anyone can achieve it. So, we've learned about the basics of investing, the magic of compound interest, and the importance of eliminating debts. Let's take a moment to appreciate the journey we've embarked on today. We started from scratch, understanding that everyone, regardless of their financial background, has the potential to grow their wealth. We've discovered the power of compound interest, the secret ingredient that transforms small, consistent investments into a large fortune over time. We also emphasize the importance of eliminating debt, an often overlooked yet crucial step in the journey towards financial freedom. Debt can be a significant hindrance to your investment efforts, so it's essential to tackle it head-on. We've been privileged to hear from ordinary people just like you and me who've achieved extraordinary financial success. Their stories serve as a testament that investing isn't just for the Wall Street bigwigs, it's for everyone. Even the smallest investment can grow, given time and the magic of compound interest. Now, it's your turn. The knowledge you've gained today is the springboard for your financial journey. It's normal to feel overwhelmed, even a little scared, but remember, every successful investor started right where you are now. It's important to remember that investing isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It requires patience, discipline, and a willingness to learn. But the rewards, as we've seen, can be life-changing. You don't have to have all the answers right now. Start small, perhaps with a savings account or a low-risk mutual fund. As you gain confidence and understanding, you can venture into other types of investments. The world of finance might seem daunting, but it's not an exclusive club. It's a journey that you can embark on, a journey that can lead you to financial freedom. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, so take that first step towards financial freedom today.